Hey, so this video is long overdue and I will explain that and more so in the voiceover, but just know this is my studio today. This is my checklist. These are my supplies. All set up. And this is an artwork that's 2 years overdue. It is time for the annual witch redraw. Okay, so as I mentioned, this art is actually 4 years overdue, and it all started with an idea I had 6 years ago when I first got on YouTube. Please don't go look for the video. It is very old and very cringe because I had zero idea what I was doing. If I have any idea what I'm doing right now, at least. It's no secret that I have a pet cockatiel, and he is my baby, he is my life. I adore this bird, and his name is Zapdos. And as cockatiels do, they molt, so he drops his tail feathers. So I figured, I wonder if I could make a feather quill out of his feather. So I took one of his first dropped molt feathers, tail feathers from his molt, that was a sentence, cut the end of it down to look like an inkwell feather. And it did work, and I was able to outline the piece I had made, and then I believe I used acrylic inks for the original because they were new to me and I was super excited to use them, and it worked out. But the pen was very wobbly and janky, so I just, didn't go ahead. And then 2 years after, I redrew it, and the art is definitely an improvement from before, like from the first one, and that was 2 years after. And again, I believe they used the acrylic ink for that, keeping the same outfit and just, being like, hey, I actually kind of know what I'm doing. And I was gonna plan on doing this 2 years ago, and I just never got around to it. I think something came up in a personal issue, but I just never got around to it. So I said, all right, whatever, I'll do it in 2 years. And now here I am 2 years later doing it not in acrylic ink but in water-based marker. And I'm also changing it up completely because the originally just had like a pink and purple background. The first one was very blotchy and lazy, and the second one was more of a gradient, just something simple and bright. And since I'm doing this one in my sketchbook, I figured I would give it an actual background. I also did change the fact that it's originally was like a 3/4, about half to 3/4 view of my persona as this witch. So I decided to just give a full outfit for her, and I absolutely just love the way the outfit came out. It's like ripped and like it's almost like a gradient with the colors. And what I did like about it is that it had this collar, like the dress had this collar that was shiny. So I did keep that. Everything is about the same, except I'm noticing now I forgot the feathers in the hair or in the hat. I'm not going to go over it. I'm just going to take it as it is. And I also love that not only am I getting better at drawing just in general, just drawing birds. Like, I'm looking at the difference between the Zapdoses and the last couple of illustrations, and he just looks so much better. And doing this with my water-based markers is really fun, except for the fact that, as I showed, my little recording studio for the day is my bed, I guess my fiance's bed. So I was like hunched over, and you see that pillow on my lap. That's to give me some space because I can feel my right ribs clicking when I'm leaning over like that, and I'm not really sure if that's a good thing or not. So I just kind of said, I should probably get some kind of comfort there. But I used a lot of color theory with this, like layering certain colors to get a more muted look, because the illustration I posted on my Instagram last, I'm pretty sure it was the last illustration, if not it's the next one coming up on Instagram, is this infected looking inky cat mushroom girl. And I used a lot of color theory between grays and different colors and muted colors, so I'm really into that vibe right now, and I really like the way that illustration turned out. So I kind of wanted to bring that over to this one. And some of the colors are muted and some of them are brighter, and that's on purpose. And I'm like super getting the hang of it. I'm absolutely loving how my art is turning out the last couple of months, I should say. And I don't know, I just like it. I like the way it looks. And I know this is also a complete upgrade from last week's illustration, because last week's, I still like it. I'm looking at it right now and I'm like, I still really like this. But comparing it to what I just did, I'm like, there's a huge difference in like color theory and this and that. And now that these water-based markers, along with my gel pens, are definitely my more used mediums since I moved, because I don't have like a proper studio set up. It's working out, and I'm like learning a lot from these, and I'll probably be able to transfer that over into Copic markers someday when I get those all set up again. I'm gonna have to make a new case. Oh my god, that's gonna suck. But besides the changes to the character pose, the background and everything, the only struggle I faced with this, besides my back hurting, my ribs clicking, was the fact that this was again a one session coloring job, which it looks nice for a one session coloring job. It's just that I know in like 2 days I'm gonna be like, oh, I should have done it this way, because I was thinking, okay, I gotta get this done. My fiance is gonna be home in 3 hours. I have basically 2.5 hours to get this done, because by the time I set up my recording, which is just my little tripod that I got off of Temu on the back of a chair, like how I recorded the junk journaling. And then also the light, because I know that once winter starts to come, I'm going to have to probably move my operation down to the basement, since I'm not going to have a lot of natural light unless everybody goes away in the daytime and lets me sit at the table. or they're just like, oh, okay, she's just being a fucking freak. Like that kind of shit. But, you know, I am persevering through all the challenges. And speaking of challenges, the next challenge I have coming up is Huvember. And I know I talked about it last week, but oh my god. I'm like low-key freaking out because my days off were switched, which means that my recording time is switched. I used to be off of work on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and my fiance works on Tuesdays, which means that I usually had a chance to sit here, do what I had to do. And now sometimes they don't work on Thursdays, and they also usually don't work on Wednesdays. So there will be 2 days that I have no time to record anything, so I'm like super nervous about how it's gonna go. But it should be okay if I plan everything properly. I am still going to be doing the sketch and inking off camera and then the coloring on camera like I have been the last 2 videos. It just works out really well for me. But I am going to have to run down to the basement probably to record or get some of the supplies I need, because I do need my colored fine liners for this. They're downstairs. Everything's downstairs. I have everything. The only thing, like I've said 10 times over, I just don't have a proper studio, which is fine. I mean, I'm grateful to be here. I'm saving so much money on everything. Despite having to pay like rent and my car payment, I'm still saving more money than I was before, which is incredible. But yeah, I like the way this came out. It's very muted, but also very purple at the same time. Lots of layering, lots of different colors being stacked on top of each other, and I just really like the way it vibes. And we are also getting close to the end of the sketchbook. 11 pages left in the sketchbook, and 8 of them are already accounted for Huvember. So after this, it's Huvember, and then there's just 3 illustrations left, and then I can do a new sketchbook, which I'm very excited for. But don't worry, there will still be sketchbook tour and all that good stuff, just like there always has been. So I would say just don't worry, I'm taking care of everything. And I've also started posting shorts. I posted my first short last week, and I just posted a second one this week. So I post reels on Instagram of process artwork of my gel pen illustrations. So I decided I can make a second version of them that's less than a minute, so I can be like, why am I not posting this on YouTube already? Like, I should be. So I have been, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, honestly. Like I said, there's the same illustrations on Instagram, but YouTube is pushing reels, and I figured why not jump on that. I mean, shorts, same diff, honestly. It's all fucking TikTok. It's weird. I can't stand TikTok. I don't like YouTube shorts, like watching them, but Instagram reels, I'm like, I'm all over that shit. I don't understand why, but it's whatever. But I'm gonna leave that here. I'm just gonna say thank you guys so much for watching, and again, putting up with all of the random shit that I have been dealing with my videos. And I will see you guys next week for the start of November.